Hello, everybody, and we are getting into it almost, but we're going to see probably one of the most wanted matches of, you know, this group right here. We're talking about, Cynder hasn't lost a map. TeamCroc hasn't lost a map. So we're seeing two big hitters, though Cynder has had more experience overall in terms of how many matches they've done. Crocs are, even though they started recently with their matches, are able to come back through it. I mean, we've seen both of the heavy hitters being, the tanks as well. We've seen Davis go crazy a bunch, but here's the thing, he's not a tank. But CO Popeyes and Crocs are what was it? Who's the tanks on Team Croc to be exact? Because there's I think the tank lines are pretty insane.
It is Crocster, and it's just blank against CEO
Okay.
Popeyes and Merlin.
Because yeah, honestly, Merlin, we know it. The champion Penny. CO Popeyes pretty aggressive on the front line with Captain America getting into their back line as well at the same time. I mean, that's basically another support ultimate. And even you trying to ban him out, guess what? He plays other tanks. So that's going pretty good. Honestly, just from records alone, how do you think this match is gonna go? I think it's gonna be close.
Yeah, I don't believe this can be close. Technically, also Team Croc is not undefeated in maps. They went to map 5 with Fairy Tale
Hmm.
in their first game. They were able to come out with the win, but both of these teams are undefeated in Group A. So we can double check the standings of the Group A.
Yeah, because
A.
I'm pretty
Cinder
sure
and
for sure.
Team Croc are both undefeated at 3-0 and 2-0 respectively. Behind him is Foxboy Maid Cafe at 2-2, Icy Hot at 1-0, and then Fairy Tale has completed their group stage at 1-4, and Vibes currently 0-3. Still trying to get potentially their first win. This is probably going to be one of the most hyped up matches in the tournament. The only other one I could probably see that can potentially match it is CCP and Grelp in Division C, as
Ooh.
both of those teams are 3-0, look like powerhouses. But let's go through the breakdown of these rosters. Start off with Cinder. Cinder, of course, haven't lost a map yet. You got CU at Popeyes and Merlin on the Vanguard line. You have Blitzy and you have Rexer as their only duelists, as they have a triple strategist lineup of Blitzy, Skulldigger, and Tyre. As Popeyes accidentally drafted 3 strategist players, but he's been able to
Accidentally.
make it work with this triple strategist lineup. No team has been in this division has been able to find an answer for it. They know how to stabilize and keep the rest of the team alive, and let Popeyes and Reichser just pop off. And for Team Croc, we have Crocster, and it's just blank on the Vanguard line. You have DVS and Galactic and Duelist, and I think Puppy Love and Niran one on Strategist. Niran one, I think, is a member of Team Croc now, as one of Croc did lose one of their players they drafted, and Niran one took his place. I haven't I haven't really seen this team play too much, so I can't really say how good I know they are. We know Crocster is a credible Vanguard player. Your DVS was one of the top duelist prospects in the draft. Galactic's been pretty strong on his own. Don't know too much about Puppy Love, and Niran one can be helpful on that back line. But it is going to be an interesting game to see here. Both teams undefeated, 3-0, 2-0. Which of these teams is going to get their first loss? As we are going to be going into the first map, and we're going to see what these teams do with the ban phase. As we've been seeing a lot of new things happening during the ban phase, and it's going to
See,
be Barin
intergalactic.
Tekala.
Let's go. No, okay. Here's the thing. I think with the factor of Cinder having triple support, right, but having a really good front line, it's okay to have a duelist that's kind of like, either middle of the pack or really good by themselves. So having this kind of set up perfectly to the kind of, you know, probably be pretty good. But here's the thing: if you can do enough, if you take out the back line first, which is the hardest thing to do because of triple support. You basically get that W. But if you're able to take out the duelist, and maybe CEO Popeyes, he's probably the most damaging tank considering the tanks he does play. So, in just like going into the possibility of these bans here, I don't think we're gonna see 2 gamma bans. Not gonna lie, we do see Tip.
Uh, nope.
I lied.
Massacre. We are going to see double gamut ban as per usual. Has been a few adjustments with both of these teams, especially with Devil Dinosaur starting to become the first ban for something. So we're going to see Croc go and save it. That Cinder is going to get their second ban here. So we'd probably be interested in what they go with here, as I'm not, excuse me, don't fully know what Croc plays. Haven't cast him before. Didn't really watch their first 2 games, but looks like it's going to be Star Lord. So probably going to want it to get DVS or Galactic
Yeah.
off of that hero,
But
bro.
yeah,
Has Star Lord is
Davis.
one of the top duelists in the game right
Mhm.
now, and they're going to be going into their first save. I'm going to be expecting this dinosaur save, as you don't want to go into a
No, hold on.
near Yep, the
Blizzy
White
with the white
Fox.
box. That's really good, honestly. And not gonna lie, Davis, he's a pretty good duelist player. He can play from what we've seen, a lot of hit scan and a lot of anchor characters like Bucky. We saw that one game with it. So overall, we're banning the invisible one. We're trying to make the dives way easier. We're trying to ban out the protection that triple support gets from. Actually, no. Yeah,
Yeah,
triple support gets.
yeah, you are gonna with that. And also Blitzy, having that White
Oh.
Fox save, that is Blitzy's best. That's probably Blitzy's best hero from what we've seen in this
Hmm.
tournament from him. An incredible White Fox player, and it looks to be Ultron as the ban for Croc. It is going to be Ultron, so that is one of the
That's
top
good.
triple strategist heroes out. So really only keep Cynder the options of really playing Mantis or Adam Warlock for the most part, and that's who they're going to save. They're going to save that Mantis, so they're going to be able to give damage boost pretty consistently to the rest of the team, to the rest of Cynder,
Now this
as Croc
matters.
is going to go into their final ban. They haven't banned Cynder out of the Devil Dinosaur yet, so are they going to just let them play it,
Well,
or
that,
are they going to get rid of it?
I think they're gonna probably get no. They're gonna ban Elsa instead. They don't want Davis to see. Here's the thing. I think it's because of how Elsa is considered a tank buster. I mean, she does a lot of damage, and kind of getting rid of her just makes sense. And because they didn't ban Dino, they're just saving Moon Knight just in case. But I think, um, I mean, it just could make sense to kind of play into it. And you don't want people to get into Elsa. I mean, is that if that's what let's see here. Because Blight is their or Blight or Rix is going to be their duelist guy. So, but no, saving White Fox, saving Mantis, and then having uh, let's see who do you think is going to be the triple supporter? Cloak and Dagger probably.
It's could probably. I think it'd probably be the Luna Snow here,
Wait a minute.
as yeah, it is gonna be Skulldigger on the Luna Snow. Personally, right
Okay.
now, Luna is just a much stronger character than Cloak and Dagger
Mm-hmm.
right now. She's able to put out a lot of damage. You get a
Ooh,
lot
wait a
more value
minute.
out of the clap, the freeze, and you also get some extra anti-dive support or
S-
from the team up you get from Blitzy on this White Fox. Just basically giving Skulldigger White Fox's right click. The only thing is that it doesn't do damage, it just heals and charms enemies. And we are going to see Cynder actually not opt for the dinosaur. They're gonna, potentially, we're gonna see Popeyes potentially play the Vanguard Deadpool, which a character who took a major hit in the last patch note, getting a lot of big nerfs. Merlin currently on the Emma Frost ist, and Rexer on Starlight. For Team Croc, we're going to be seeing a standard 2-2-2. Near and one currently looking to go on this rocket. Crocster on the dinosaur, and DVS on this Moon Knight, the character they did save. Definitely understandable here, as a lot of people in this tournament do not like Moon Knight. Moon Knights, they see it everywhere. But to be fair, when you're playing in the triple support, Moon Knight is one of the best checks into it, because he's just able to put out so much damage. So we are going to be going into this first fight on this first point. And currently poking out here on the right side of the point. Crocster trying to walk up, take a little bit of space. Is trying to beam down Stone Rexer so he can't fly around on the Star-Lord. Popeyes taking a bit of damage here. He's going to get back up to his team. Got to be careful of these walls here from Blank here on the Scroot. As they are trying to walk up here, who's going to get the first pick? Merlin does
Ooh,
get a slam on the Croc. Gets him low, but it's not going to be enough to finish him off.
it falls
Popeyes
down.
just trying to poke out as best he can. And his Deadpool in your area is going to use relatively early. Regeneration domains are out for near and one on this Loki. Merlin's going to get grabbed. It has a wall limit. He's going to be able to stay alive for the help from the rest of his team. But Croc is on the point. Are they going to be able to cap this? They have point pressure. Popeye's trying to get an angle here to go aggro here, but he's going to get chopped up. He's going to be able to stay alive. No one has died yet. Yeah, this is it. Both teams are just sustaining incredibly well, especially with keeping their vanguards alive. As you see Galactic on this angle here on the right, Popeye's actually going to try and go for him, and there's the first pick finally. Near and one's going to fall. Croc does cap the point, but they've lost 2 players. Are they gonna, they're not going to be able to try and hold this for much longer, especially now as Puppy Love falls. They do take out Reichster, but Tyrant and Skulldigger are going to take out 2 more. Crocster falls.
Wait a
And a
minute.
Hannah
Is it
Concha
going
from
for it?
TBS?
No. Okay. Man, that was a crazy fight right there. We saw for like the majority of time. We got 14% from TeamCroc, but Cynder able to win out that with how much sustain they had. And like you saw multiple times, Merlin and CO Popeye's constantly getting lower into the threshold of almost getting eliminated, but no, staying alive because of this triple sport.
Yeah, and also just a big blunder by DVS, just popping that Hannah Conchu. When he was the only one left alive. And here comes Crocs. They're going. It's so aggro. He is going to get frozen up with this Rampage. He's going to have to back up. You have the domains out early from this Loki. He's still trying to get more, but he's not going to get anything with it. Cynder has almost pretty much every single ultimate online right now. But they flip, but they let Croc take the point. So they're not going to be taking any more point capture. They have to go back into this. Croc has a lot of space control, and here comes Merlin with the Psionic Seduction, trying to get something to help his team follow up on it. Not going to really get any picks with it, but Popeyes is going to be able to get near in one. But here comes a strangling prison. Soul Resurgence going to be used by Tyra in response along with Eternal Bond. And they're not going to be able to get any picks, but Rexer's going to take out the Galactic. The Phoenix is down from Croc. Galactic Legend now going to be used. It's going to take out Puppy Love. That's 2 for the Star-Lord. Rexer trying to get another one on its blank here. Gonna take him out. Can he take out Crocster? That is a 4K for the Star-Lord of Cynder. But they've let Croc get 50% on this point.
Dang. Still Croc, even though they did not get that point, they still have a lot of resource to use for this next fight. No, Croc got the point. I don't know what I'm saying. Basically, they got the point. We're going to get a lot of percentage just based off it and force ultimates from Cynder's side. But getting into this next fight.
Yeah, we got a couple things happening. Fate of both worlds and Kumiko online only for Cynder. Croc has 3 ultimates online. The God of Mischief and both Duelist ultimates. They need to try and find something with it. Here comes the God of Mischief from Near and One. Who did he copy? We don't know yet. Merlin is going to get taken out. Who did he copy here? He copied the Cloak and Dagger. Hasn't used the Eternal Bond yet. But Tyray also falls. This is going to be what Cynder needs to try and flip this, but Skulldigger goes for the Fate of both worlds. They're just trying to sustain on this point. Popeyes does have the Steel Issue online. Is he going to pop it on anything? He actually is going to pop the final exam onto Galactic. Not going to get the pick. Skulldigger does go down. Rexer falls. They're just trying to stall this out for as long as they can, and they're going to get it at 88%. Now, Croc, it's going to flip the point over and potentially have 2 more fights they need to win to cap this point. And we're going to see how big this extra point percentage they got from flipping the point earlier on is going to be.
Yeah, that ult rotation, honestly, is pretty wonderful from TeamCroc side. They only needed to use the Loki ult to push for that, and they were able to get a bunch of eliminations. And seeing that Blitzy does have the roll-up for it, just got to be careful about it.
Yeah, we do have ultimates online from both sides. 4 ultimates online for Croc. Cynder only has the Kumiko. Psionic Seduction can't come online, but Blitzy goes so aggressive. Gonna have to pop the Kumiko to keep himself alive. It's gonna get very low, get forced out of it. Hannah Conchu and the Strangling Prisoner are gonna be used to take out Rexer and Blitzy, but Popeyes is taking out 2! Ooh, Popeyes coming up big on this Deadpool here. Can he get more? They need to flip this point here or go. It's final fight territory. There is not a portal on the way right now from Cynder. They have touches right now, but Merlin's been grabbed by Cynder. He's actually going to get thrown into the pit in the diamond form. But Tyray does take out Crocster, but Popeyes is traded for it. Galactic picks up 2 on the Phoenix. Tyray falls 3 for the Phoenix. Galactic coming up big for his team right here. They need to still get a few more. Merlin just trying to stay alive here, trying to get some support here from Skulldigger and Blitzy, but it's not going to be enough. Can they hold this till Popeyes comes back with the portal now in the Doctor Strange? But no, they're both going to fall, and Croc is going to take the first point.
No, congratulations to Croc right there. They figured out an answer to the stain that was going on. Like, they knew going into this that I think Groot was their best option. I mean, though Groot did not get a lot of eliminations, he does force portals, for sure. And especially with the combination of Moon Knight and Groot from It's Blank and Davis, it just makes sense to kind of play with that. You know they're running triple support. They know they have to dedicate at least something to try to survive that combo. And if they can't, they will lose every single fight. But here's the thing. That is not in the game. Galactic with Phoenix at the same time, that means you have 2 different combos to go with the Groodle. So there's always constant uptime to be worried about, especially with, Mantis. She gives over shield, but Phoenix just obliterates Overshield. So
Yeah, we're gonna see Popeye stick to this Deadpool here. I'm not personally too big of a fan of this right here. I do think they need to probably can try to match Dinosaur, but they're gonna be playing in the Groot, so that's probably part of the reason why they don't want to play into it. As Groot can just block off the LOS of the strategist for the Dinosaur and just melt him relatively easily with some help from his team. As here we go, a Tyrate falls immediately, and Song Inferno gonna be used as well by Galactic. They're going to get some stuff forced out, and Crocster's going to take out Blitzy. Galactic Ledger going to be used by Rex to try and flip it, but an Eternal Bond is there from Puppy Love. So this ultimate isn't going to get anything, and Croc is going to get point control first. Nier is going to take out Merlin here, and Cynder's going to go back to spawn.
see, we did use the portal to get that, but I think it was worth it, just considering Galactic Ledge went off, so just a match to make sense. But here's the thing, we have Loki getting ready to set up as well for the ultimate to get another reset.
Yeah, got a Mischief and Hannah Conchu online for Croc. Cynder has everything here except for the Galactic Legend and the Kumiko. Final exam going to be thrown onto Davis here. It's not going to take him out from the looks of it, but Rexer's going to get a pick. There's Galactic. He's going to get a copy on the Puppy Love near in one. Going to have that Eternal Bond available when they need it. Virtually not off the user right now. Oh, but Croc tries to throw Popeye off the map. It's not going to happen. DPS is going to take out Merlin. Fatal Performance is going to be used way too late. You've already lost two, Skull Digger. You need to keep Popeyes alive here if you want to have any chance at flipping this point and winning this fight here. But it's a 4v6. Can they get a pick? The answer right now is no. It's no, and especially not now as Blitzy and Rexer are both going to fall. Croc is just holding this point so well against Cynder, and Cynder does not have an answer for this.
I mean, they're constantly starting out each fight with a supportal, and we're already halfway through another one. Though Tay-Ray and Blizzy are about to get their supportals. I mean, starting off with one. Crocs are actually being aggressive with this ultimate.
Yeah, Rampage going to come out from the Dinosaur, trying to put. Oh, Popeyes is cornered a bit. Can they get him? No. They have ultimates online. They need to try and get value from here if they want to win this. Psionic Seduction going to be used by Merlin. Going to get blocked off by this incredible Groot Wall from Blank. Crocster's actually going to fall because he went so aggressive. So trying to get a pick with the ultimate. Popeyes is going to go for a final attempt, going to hit Merlin. Merlin is actually going to get taken out. It's a 4v4 right now. They need to get more from Cynder. They only have Blitzy up to keep the team alive. Popeyes is going to take out Galactic. The Vanguards of Cynder are gonna help win this fight here, and they're gonna finally cap this point. But they need to play perfect from here on out. If they want to bring this to a 0.3. And the only ultimate they have online is the Soul Resurgence from Tyrate. Croc has the Insung Inferno of Galactic online, but this is basically going to be a dry fight here, as we do see them slowly but surely start to walk back into here. Going to be trying to, you see Merlin and Popeyes holding these angles right here. Here, just trying to poke them out as best as they can. Crocs are trying to walk in on this Emma Frost, potentially trying to force the Diamond Form out and go aggro. Merlin's gonna get grabbed again. Gonna have to use the chokehold to just get himself out. Merlin, Eternal Bond now gonna be used, but Crocster falls. That's a massive pick. And Song Inferno used by Rexer, not gonna pick up anything. Soul Resurgence now gonna be used by Tyrant to try and get the team in, go aggressive, but it's not gonna be able to help much against against an Song Inferno. They're gonna be able to stay alive. See, Popeyes does take out near one. The Loki is gone, and they're going to be able to keep holding this as they're going to get to 50%. As it's just cleanup here now. Going to get a stagger on the Galactic, and Cynder is holding this point.
Yeah, there's a lot of resources dedicated from Croc right there. I think they were just trying to get that last part of the win. They thought the supporter would kind of win them that fight. But no, Cynder was able to sustain themselves, especially with, like, comparative to Crocster. He just got bursted down at the very start, especially with that Phoenix getting come out from the light right here. I mean, a lot of damage going on overall.
Here we go. They're coming back in. They only have the Hannah Conchu online right now. Near and one they need to keep Near and one alive here. But Crocster falls. He went so aggressive where he got thrown into the Denver team. Popeyes is going to use a final exam onto Near. He's gonna get those domains forced out so early here. Can he stay alive? Yes, he can. He's going to use the God of Mischief, copy the Cloak and Dagger again. Has an Eternal Bond. Here it comes, but Blake is down. The Dark Vanguard has fallen first in this fight. Cynder is going to be able to try and turn this around. They just need to stabilize a bit for this, but here comes the Hanakachu trying to split off Tyray. Not going to get the pick. Merlin's going to get grabbed by Crocster again, but now Merlin's going to say, I'm going to grab you this time, Croc. And here comes the Kumiko now from Blitzy, who's trying to put some damage. He'll keep the team alive. Puppy Love falls. Rampage now used by Crocster. Going to get frozen, but Blitzy's taking out Davis. Portal now online for It's Blank, but Galactic is down falling as well. Just the Vanguard's online. Just the Vanguard's on the point. Can they get more reinforcements as Crocster falls again? Blank needs to stay alive here. Puppy Love is back now on this Cloak and Dagger. There's no ultimates online except for the Psionic Seduction from Merlin. But Merlin's going to throw DVS to the ground, but it nears falls. DVS falls. Fracture picks up two, three now down for Croc, and this is probably going to end up doing as the portal disappears. And Cynder is going to force a round 3 on this first map.
Yeah, not gonna lie, Croc, TeamCroc, honestly, they could have won a bunch of those fights, but they kind of, like, for instance, Crocster just tried to get that Emma off map, but it was too locked in on the Emma to realize that he's wide in the open, going against a damage boosted Phoenix probably. So a lot of damage is going to be going towards him, meaning he's going to get obliterated. We might see Crocster actually stay on the Venom here to kind of give some pressure in the backline. I still think the Dino is working. It's just that the sustain, comparative to the damage he's taking, is not enough to sustain overall. Like we're looking right here, we can see about 3 times he did get like eliminated at the very start of the fight.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Popeye's also putting up pretty good numbers on this Vanguard Deadpool. There's also helping out with the sustain of Cynder, just having that shield and the AoE, giving damage reduction to his team. Sure, Vanguard Deadpool has basically fallen out of hard meta territory, but in the right hands, as you see from Popeyes, he is still a pretty big threat, as he's just able to stay alive and just be very hard to get rid of. As we are actually going to see Crocster now on Venom. He's not going to stick with this double dinosaur. Going to be interested to see what he can get here against three strategists that have some sort of way of slowing him down or shutting him down with the charm, sleep, and freeze. He's going to go in, try to take out Tyray. Going to get frozen. Actually gets the domains forced out and his overhealth. And Song Inferno now used by Rexer on the point. Not going to get anything, but enough damage is going to be done to help Merlin take out Blank. Pop Quiz going to be used by Popeyes, and a Paternal Bond is going to get forced out by a Puppy Love just to stay alive here. Soul Resurgence is going to be used in response by Tyray. The picks have not happened yet. As soon as I say that, Skulldigger takes out Nearing one. One of the strategists is down for Croc. And they're now going to have to be able to walk up onto this point. Puppy Love falls, DVS falls. It's just Croc on the point. He's so low once his overshields are gone, and he's going to get taken out after he gets frozen out. Skulldigger with 2 kills on this fight on this Luna Snow, and Cynder is going to cap point first here.
Yeah, honestly, I don't agree with the Venom pick right here. You're going to constantly get kind of peeled, even by their own supports, especially with Double Charm and a Sleep ready and waiting for you with an Emma Diamond form as well. Honestly, the only person you're really going to be hitting here is Fox, but at the same time, she can just teleport away.
Yeah, and we are going to see ultimates online for TeamCroc. They have Groot, they have the Strangling Prism, and the Hanakachu online. Nearin one does have the God of Mischief, basically. Cynder's going to have a Psionic Seduction, which they are going to use. They're going to try and use it for someone out. He's going to get Crocster. But domains are going to also be used very early here by Near. It's probably not. They probably need this for a bit later on. It's Strangling Prison. It gets blocked.
It gets canceled, actually.
Oh wait, my bad. It gets canceled. That's massive here for Cynder. That's one of the big. It's something massive here. They do take out Blitzy from the help of Puppy Love, but a Fate of Both Worlds is now on. It's going to be used by Skulldigger to keep his team alive here on this point. They want to win this fight here. Pop Quiz going to be used on Near Win 1, but Near Win 1's going to fail it as Rexer is going to be able to take him out with it. Skulldigger's going to take out Puppy Love, and Cynder still holding this point. And Croc just doesn't really have an answer for this comp from Cynder.
Yeah, with the combination of Deadpool kind of getting free upgrades from hitting Crocster in the head all the time when he's playing Dino. He's already max level, so honestly, you know, it's pretty hard to go into it. Crocster looking probably for a ultimate here, just to get this dive in. Nope.
Yeah, here comes Crocster come in. Wait, his all got canceled! Wait, did he have it?
He got canceled. It got canceled.
Yeah, it got canceled. That's bad. Supposed to get another all cancel from Croc. Hanakachu and cracking up. Davis comes up with 4. This is what they needed. Davis comes up big on the Moon Knight. and they're gonna finally be able to cap this point as Popeyes is gonna just stall for a little bit longer. It
And,
looked so disastrous at the beginning. Crocs are getting the Feast of the Abyss canceled. The second ultimate from Croc getting canceled, and they're able to come in because Davis comes up big with 4 on the Moon Knight.
see, we did see the charm get used on Crocs right there for the elimination, but here's the thing, he's already 90% to his ult. Already for another fight, but it's all about who gets his first pick.
Yeah, this person, if Croc loses a player here first, that should dispel game for Cynder if they're able to just go and right properly here. And here comes the Strangling Prison, gonna hit 3 members. Here comes the Thunder, actually gonna combo with the VCD Abyss.
Yes!
Davis and Blake take up free to combine. And they're still gonna be holding this point here. Niren1 has also made an adjustment here off of Loki onto the White Fox. As Popeye is going to just take a bit more poke. He has the skill issue online. He's probably just going to go for the final exam again. Probably going to hit Niren1 or Puppy Love again, just to try and force support to just stop shooting or potentially get not kill one of them. As this is final fight territory now. 3 ultimates online for Cynder. Their Croc only has 1, potentially 3, maybe 4 here. Everything but the Vanguard ultimates can come online here. And here goes the final exam and the Song Inferno. They're going to take out Galactic. The Buck Winter Soldier is down. Puppy Love is gonna go for an Eternal Bond just to keep this team alive. But a Soul Resurgence used by Tyray. Hey, Popeyes is pretty aggressive. The Vanguards are aggressive. So, and Takumiko's gonna get the lead immediately from Niren1. The Oxidon shoots big, hits multiple people. Skulldugger set up Puppy Love, but Davis takes out Tyray. It's a pretty good, it's an even trade. A Stratus for Stratus. Davis falls now. It's just the Vanguards and the White Fox online. But Blank is down. They need to get a portal online. Puppy Love is going for Kraken Impact. Not gonna get anything as Galactic falls. Point is going to get flipped by Cynder. It's just Crocster right now. Is trying to stabilize. Tries to go for a health pack. Not going to be able to. Can the portal come online in time? Yes, it does. It's Puppy Love on it. Blank going to stretch out on the Rocket Raccoon. The beacon is not going to get any value. It's going to get destroyed immediately. Niren1 trying to get something on the Merlin, but a Kumiko online from Blitzy here as they're both going to fall. Both strategists are down, and it's going to be the map here from the looks of it. Cynder is just going to finish off Crocster, now back on the Devil Dinosaur, and Cynder is going to take the first map of the series.
Yeah, there were so many times TeamCroc could have got that kind of a 2-0 on this first map here, just because of the tanks getting kind of obliterated at the start of each next fight. You know how you said you had to play perfect, right? They did apparently, and Crocs are getting eliminated first, as well as what is it? Let's see here. Blank also getting hit at the same time. It's just there was a lot of frontline tank that was happening, and honestly, I don't completely agree with the Venom clip or Venom overall. I think Venom works nice if you're working with another dive, and if you combo it correctly, can work. Especially against the lower health heroes, and you do the combo right. Well, here's the thing: you got Charm, you got Freeze, you got Immigrab. There's so many things that kind of played into it that kind of stopped it. But we'll be right back as soon as everything's ready for it. But basically giving Cynder the first W in the first map. All right, be right back. All right, we are back at it, and kind of a rough loss for Team Crocs, Team Croc right there. I mean, they were so close to getting that second map win, but they were not able to after Cynder were able to take them out 2 times in a row really quickly, and that last point, we saw Crocster switch to Venom, which I think I don't know about it honestly. I think it could have been could have been something else. Maybe stay in the Dino because Deadpool's already full upgraded. He's not gonna get anything more out of you. So um, it's pretty much you know I saw the vision. I guess against triple support, if you do the combo right, it can work. But with double charm, with freeze, with sleep, and an Emma grab ready and waiting for you, um, honestly, there's a lot of opportunities to have that, obliterate you. But no, going into it, we're going on to the second map, and this map is going to be Convoy, a Museum of Contemplation. Possibly seeing a same Gambit ban again because Gambit OP.
Yeah. Yeah, we are probably going to see some adjustments here from the bans from TeamCroc. Keep in mind that last map was definitely winnable for him. If honestly just one fight it went their way, they probably would have been able to win that map there. They were so
I completely
they
agree.
failed they could have they kind of choked on map 2 and they choked on map 3 when they had the point. They just needed to win one fight and they would have had the map both of those points, but they just weren't able to get it done. We are going to see the same bans here so far. Star-Lord, Devil Dinosaur, and White Fox saves. Star-Lord ban, Invisible Woman ban. As we're going to be going into the same ban. It's going to be Moon Knight and Ultron. Croc is going for the same bans here again. They want to just try and shut down the triple strategist, but they leave Mantis open still, which I think is a big blunder here. Like I personally, instead of the Invisible Woman, you get rid of both Mantis and Ultron, and those are the two best strategists available if you want to play triple strategist. You run like the Luna or Invis and White Fox, like the Luna or the Invis with White Fox, and you either run Mantis or Ultron. Because after that, your deck's best options are strategist Deadpool and Adam Warlock. And Adam, for most people know, he's probably right now he's probably right now the worst strategist in the game.
Ooh.
Doesn't hard to get a lot of value out of that hero. And strategist Deadpool he puts up big numbers, yes, but outside of that, he doesn't really do much. Yes, he can provide damage boost with his AoE, but why would you really need that when Mantis and Ultron can provide that and much more to their teams? So
Yeah, and
definitely think it is a big blunder there by not banning the Mantis and the Ultron.
uh, well, Ultron still being out of the play here, but Mantis with they still have double charm, right? Double charm, freeze, and sleep with also now a penny stun. I mean, we're looking at pretty much a hard backline to like you have to poke these people out. There's no way you're gonna like try to like dive them at all. Like Crocster is gonna need to keep his sustain up, but here's the thing, CEO Popeyes, like you said, tank pool is not really the best right now, but getting free headshots basically off Dino makes it way easier to get upgrades and way faster. So just having that set up, they don't have a Dino themselves, but they're waiting for that Dino to be super aggressive. They notice that Crocster likes to be in their faces when it comes to things, so they might be trying to bait him out with the penny nest.
Yeah, and also, not to mention as well, Popeye. Yeah, Popeye's just putting so much value in on this Deadpool as well. And we are going to be so into this first fight. Croc can actually make some adjustments here. Galactic going to go to the Punisher, and Davis going to be on Elsa Bloodstone here.
Yep.
And we immediately just see the value here from Merlin. Crocster and Galactic both get deleted immediately. We see Davis on this off angle, going to get chased out by Popeyes. Not the person you want to get killed by here. So he's just going to be able to get his upgrades even quicker, as he is going to be able to get his first upgrade, which I'm guessing, which is going to be his upgrades to his guns. But we're going to be going back into the second fight here. Croc needs to find a way to break through this Penny Parker, as they don't really have any ways of this locating her. Sure, Crocs are go in there to try to get a bite on her, but there's like a swarm of mines right at this corner. He tries to walk onto her, he's dead pretty much. But Popeye's gonna use the skill issue, gonna take out Galactic on this angle. They can't deal with him on this angle here. And Popeyes is just shooting behind them now. Not really pressured at all. Sure, he's gonna rotate now a little bit, just keep holding these angles, basically forcing Croc to have a look at him. And there's another pick on the Crocster. So we see Davis here actually trying to chase Popeye, but can he get the kill? The answer is no right now. Popeye's just gonna go back to his team, and Davis has to back up here, back on this angle here. And Crocster just can't get anything done here. here. They just haven't been able to push past this corner. We've seen adjustment now from Crocs. They're going back to Venom. I'm not a fan of this.
Oh
Spider
no.
Sweeper going to be used by Merlin just to basically slow them down, like just to not let them walk up at all. You see all these mines around here right now, and these webs. It's just gonna force them back a little bit. They're now gonna be backing up, giving some space to Croc as they're now gonna walk away. Crocs are going in, gonna try and get a tether on the Tyray. Tyray's gonna put him to sleep. This Bull Bouncer gonna be used in response to the Insong Inferno. No one's died yet from either team. They gotta wait for these strategists also to come down. Merlin holding this angle right here, just trying to force him from walking right here. Crocs are going back in, trying to take out Tyray on this Mantis, but not able to. Has to get back, has to get out. Both Vanguard, both Duelist ultimates are alive for Crocster. As Croc is gonna go for this, he's gonna get taken out. He can't use the VCD miss. Block drop gonna be used, and it's big. It hits two, but the fate of both worlds from Skull gonna save the team. That is massive from the Luna Snow. Finally, it's a pop quiz gonna be popped onto Puppy Love. If I think, yep, gonna be put so much damage onto this Cloak and Dagger, and it's not gonna, Visible Woman, and it's not gonna take him out, but it's gonna force him back. They're still trying to fight this here. They have three ultimates online. Crocs are going for the VCD Abyss, gonna force out the Kumiko. Oh, but it's actually gonna help take out Skulldigger for the help of Galactic. Spider Sweeper online again for Merlin. Just going straight into the backline here, just trying to force to split the team away. Crocster's gonna fall here. Meteor M now gonna be used by Blank. Can he get a pick with it? Answer is no, as Merlin uses Galactic with a mine. Soul Resurgence now gonna be used by Tyree, but Merlin falls. That's where the field falls. The penny is gone. They can't be throwing out those mines anymore. Popeyes tries to take out Davis here, but Davis gets back to the team. They're still holding this point. They haven't been able to take care of Popeyes on this Deadpool. Oh, and a Kraken Impact now going to be used. Can they get the pick to get a reset? The answer right now is no. But they back up. But Cynder backs up, and they don't contest. And Croc is going to take this first point, and they're going to have 2 minutes and 50 seconds to cap the second point. As Tyray is going to fall, so they're just trying to fish for more if they want to here, as they're up 6v5.
Yeah, not to mention that was a really good hold, especially with Penny Parker right there. And I'm surprised the Venom was able to actually even work into there. But thankfully, Crocs are actually able to get some value somehow out of Venom right there.
Yeah, but you see him start to walk up here. Popeyes takes out Blank. And Popeyes just once again putting up numbers on this Deadpool. He hasn't died. He hasn't even died yet. Not even rest the backline of Crocs, surprisingly. They're just going to be able to keep holding this here. Popeyes is the one currently right now anchoring the point, making sure they can't move this bus. As he's still just trying to poke the team out the best he can. Gonna back up to this corner here as he feels a little bit of pressure. Crocster going straight into the backline here. Gonna get slept, gonna get frozen, gonna get CC'd the hell and back and get taken out by
Tenacity does not exist.
So just not gonna do it. Just can't do anything on this Venom here. There's just too much CC in the backline. As Croc, it gonna have to deal with some, especially now with a final exam from Near. Near fails it. Gonna get taken out by Popeye. And Popeye picks up two. Both strategists are down. And they're going to be able to keep holding this as Croc has to go back in the spawn with just the Vanguards and the Elsa Bloodstone alive, and Blank's going to get staggered here.
Man, this guy didn't even take any pictures. Nah, but get the double upgrade with that as well. I mean, Croc is just getting obliterated right here. He's every single time it goes, and he's going to switch his range. It just makes sense at this point. Trying to stop that, hit scan from happening. Maybe get a little pause on some of the support ults with the Eye of Agamotto.
Yeah, can definitely shut out the Soul Resurgence and the Kumiko. Can't do the same with the Fate of both worlds. As Merlin's so aggressive, gonna get taken out here, way too far up. We're up, gonna pay for it. Popeyes trying to just hold a point now on his own on this solo tank right now. Kraken Impact not gonna hit anything from the looks of it from Galactic. Maybe a big blunder, but the Gloptra is online for DVS. Not gonna hit anything. I think it got deleted instantly. The Invisible Boundary are going to be used. They stack Stratus Ults by a little bit. Blitzy going to use the Kumiko. Not going to get anything with it. Going to get taken out of it immediately. Ivagamoto going to hit Reichster and Merlin. Going to take out Reichster, but can they get Merlin? Right now it's no. Popeye's playing right by the stats to help him get a little sustain. They finally take out the Deadpool, and Merlin loses the Spider Sweeper. Croc is going to be able to take this pointer, but not unless Tyra has anything to say about it. Going to get taken out immediately. That was a waste of a Soul Resurgence, and Blitzy's going to fall. Skulldigger's the only one on point. He's going to get taken out, and Croc is going to be able to cap this point with 10 seconds on the clock.
And they use Portal too.
Oh, no, they wasted Portal. That's
Okay,
probably
so
big.
that was
Oh
amazing.
wait, they use it to block the spawn. That's
Okay,
why.
good. So okay, the major thing right here is think about it. It's very rare to see Mantis get obliterated like that. But the fact that they all focuser was a good use of team comms right there. Everybody had a focuser, or that would have been a overtime.
Yeah, we are going to see an adjustment here from Tyray off of Mantis onto Cloak and Dagger. Here, so not going to be able to provide the damage boost to Popeye, Merlin, or Reichster. So they are going to walk in with ultimates. Popeye has another skill issue. So, and Song Inferno going to be used. Going to take out 3!
Oh
Reichster! Coming up big. Rocket
no!
Impact
What
going
are
to
we
be
doing?
used by Galactic. Why would you pop that there? Half your team is dead.
No, Galactus has had a consistent miss right here. I mean, every single time he's tried to do it, he either misses because just they got out of line of sight just in time, or they kind of teleported away, and that was another example of him just kind of using it when he didn't need to, but almost obliterating Black right there.
Yeah, we are going to see adjustments for Croc now going into this final fight. Potentially Galactic onto the Punisher. Crocster back on the Devil Dinosaur. Well, what's this? Popeye's behind him. He's going to be potentially looking for a final to give someone a final pop quiz. It's going to be Davis from the looks of it. Nope, it's actually Galactic, but they lose Merlin. They do trade for Galactic and Puppy Love. Popeye's and Blitzy coming up big with these picks here. But Eternal Bond and Faded Both Worlds have been used on both sides to try and keep the team alive throughout these picks. Blitzy does have a Kumiko online. Blank does have a Meteor M. Is he going to use it to try and shut down one of his support ultimates? The Glock Trough is going to get used, but it gets deleted immediately again!
Actually gets canceled.
Rampage now used by Crocster. So trying to get Blitzy here on this white box. Gonna force the Kumiko. It's gonna get deleted immediately. Blitzy almost gets taken out. Gonna be able to portal TP out with his life. As it's just Merlin right now on the point, gonna get taken out by Galactic now with this Punisher, walking around with a loaded shotgun. And Tyray is gonna fall to the backhand of Blank here. Croc is been getting the picks they need. Cynder can come back here. They're gonna have 3 ultimates here. Reichster has to get Song Inferno again. Can he get the value he did with the last one? But Blank and Puppy Love have ultimates as well. Davis has another Glock Trough online. And they're about to have the final judgment. Here they come in. So, it's Visible Boundary. Oh no! Puppy Love died! Puppy Love gets taken up by the Song Inferno. Eternal Bond gonna be used. Glock Trough's also gonna get canceled. They've lost 2 ultimates before they're done with ultimates before they can even use them.
So
it's going to be able to before they complete the map.
So they were so close right there, but you know, Cynder able to use the cover of the map to protect themselves from Magneto ults. Phoenix of instantly obliterating the invisible barrier from Invisible Woman. That has to be demoralizing. You think, you're Invisible Woman, you kind of have the opportunity to kind of get that set. They're right there. They're doing the last push. And honestly, it was 2 support ultimates ready and waiting. And if I think Puppy Love, Invisible Woman, did get that elimination, I think we probably could have seen a 3 from TeamCroc. But Cynder able to have ultimates just ready in time for it. And also getting that instant elimination outside of Invisible Barrier. That's completely crazy.
Yeah, basically preventing it from completing the map. Rex are coming up big on this Phoenix, on this final point, getting 3 with the first at Song Inferno, then killing the Invisible Woman out of her ultimate there. That's not something you want to see out of Croc. And not to mention, Davis has not been able to basically get anything done with these Glove Troughs. They've gotten destroyed immediately, or he's died as soon as he popped it out. Oh, Croc just getting destroyed when they try to go for ultimates. And we're now going to see goats from Croc. Triple Vanguard, triple strategist here. Galactic on the Rocket, Puppy Love and Nier on the Invisible Woman and Cloak and Dagger. As Cynder is gonna basically run the same comp. Only changes Merlin gonna match the Groot of Davis, but Reichster takes out Croc. He went too aggressive. He went too far up on this Venom and is gonna pay for it. I don't think he gets revived either. Where does this beacon from Galactic? As Davis is gonna get frozen and get taken out by Blitzy. See, and this Goats comp is just that's known for just being able to sustain. Hasn't been able to sustain for anything right now. as Davis is going to get almost taken out. Yep, he's going to get taken out by Rexer. Rexer with another pick on this Phoenix. They just can't stop him. Skill issue is going to be used here. I think he put a pop quiz on the Invisible Woman, I think. Not going to really get a pick. It's just going to force him back here as Crocster going to come back on this Devil Dinosaur here. Trying to get up, but he gets so low. Has to get topped up. They need a touch here. But here goes an Insong Inferno from right. They're going to throw it in. They're going to take out Nier. And this is just going to do, they're just steamroll for this first point with basically no resistance. Now it's just an amplifier has been used by Galactic after the Insong Inferno has been used. They're going to potentially be able to hold this if they need to get a pick here. As Cynder's doing a good job of disengaging, waiting out the amplifier, and now it's gone. This is their cue now to go back in, go aggressive. Strangling Prism only going to hit Crocster as they go for an invisible boundary in response. Skulldigger going to use a Fate of Both Worlds. Glove Truck going to be used by Davis. It gets a pick this time on the Tyray. Tyray's going to go off the map. That's big. Blitzy going to go for the Kumiko now that the Fate of Both Worlds is down. Can they get more picks? But Rampage and a Eternal Bond are going to be used by Crocster and Puppy Love. Can they get the picks? Yes, they can. Galactic takes out Blizzy. Merlin falls. And Croc is going to be able to hold this point in just from sheer sustain now.
Yeah, I mean, they switched it up. Davis, I honestly didn't understand the Groot Venom. I kind of for like combo sake. But Davis switching back to Elsa. Maybe Elsa might have a little bit more value on defense right there. So maybe the switch was worth it.
Yeah, we did see the Glove finally get some value there, throwing Tyray off the map on the Cloak and Dagger. Does have the Eternal Bond online. Popeyes has another skill issue. Gonna get walled. Crocs are gonna get walled off a bit. Gonna be able to stay alive here. But Popeyes falls to Davis. He's gonna lose that ultimate. I mean, that is pretty. That's what you want to see here. No Deadpool ultimate online for a while as he needs to build back up to it, and Croc is just going to go back up to this corner here and just hold here. Cynder does have another ultimate online now. It is the Insong Inferno from Rexer again. Here comes the Eternal Bond now from Tyray just to get the team in. Gonna go aggro here. Can they try and potentially take him out of this ultimate? The answer is no. Gonna use that cloak. Oh, and here comes the Insong Inferno comboed with the Strangling in Prison. Gonna take out Davis. Galactic's gonna use the amplifier. He can't here. They're just holding. Rikes are not using it to counter this amplifier at all. And it's gonna be pretty big to just help them to stabilize and get another pick on the Rikes. Rikes pulling the oh no, Crocs got stunned out of the rampage. He got frozen out of it. This may be big, but I'm not sure. Croc needs to stay alive, but Blank gonna go fall to Popeyes as they're gonna get the invisible boundary up. But Blank is gonna get revived by this beacon of Galactic as they're just gonna keep pressuring him out here. And Croc may be able to hold us here if they get another pick. Popeye's going very aggressive, gonna get grabbed. Actually gonna get thrown back into his team. Thank you for that. He's gonna say thank you for that to Crocster. Kumiko and a skill issue are gonna be used. Final pop quiz gonna be used on the DV Davis, but Merlin picks up two. Two of the strategists are down. Merlin with three. Coming up big on the group. The Glove Trough gets nothing again. He dies as soon as he pops it. That's the third time this map, Davis. And they're gonna cap the point in overtime.
Yeah, not gonna lie, that was actually around the same quality comparative to Cynder doing really good at that first part, kind of bursting past that first section, but the Croc actually able to hold that last point for a long time till overtime. I thought it was gonna be like 5 minutes for them on the second point.
Skulldigger just kind of saved him there with that freeze onto Crocster's rampage at the beginning there. He gets that off that potentially ends the map. And Davis for a third time this game pops the Glove Trough and basically dies immediately. You can't have that happen that many times in a single map. We see Puppy Love come online with this Eternal Bond. Here comes the Strangling Prism. It's gonna get three. The Vanguards are gonna pick up the kills. Four for the Vanguards. It's just two strategists alive for Croc as Galactic and Puppy Love are going to fall.
And you can
it's online now for Cynder.
And you can see now, I mean, Phoenix, she's holding her ult more for the Rocket, I think, for Galactic. I think it just kind of makes sense here. I mean, this triple support they're trying to switch into, it does make sense. Galactic, I mean, usually a duelist guy, so.
Yeah, you need to hold this Insong Inferno for this amplifier here. The amplifier we saw get way too much value on those flashy points. But never mind, Galactic falls first again. Galactic falls first. Popeye somehow takes him out. Popeyes is in the back line actually. Gonna pop a final exam on the Davis, and Davis fails the quiz. is Invisible Boundary going to be by near? They think they can hold this. The Glove Truff. Actually, never mind. I thought I heard that. That's on me. I'm deaf. And
No.
Rexer is going to fall here to the Terror Cave. Sonic Seduction going to be used by Blank. They think they can turn this. Popeyes is very low. Can they take out the Deadpool? The answer is no. An Eternal Bond now used by Tyre to stabilize the team. Puppy Love gets low. Is going to get healed up here. Galactic actually going to take it out again before he can use the Amplifier. He's not using it until Rexer pops the Insong Inferno. But Davis and Puppy Love are down. Meteor M going to be used by Crocster. Not going to get a kill here. This one feels like another wasted ultimate. It's just the Vanguards are like Puppy Love coming onto the Doctor Strange to try and get a portal. They think they can hold this. Amplifier now used by Galactic. Gonna get a revive onto Blank. It's actually gonna take it out, and Reichster doesn't even need to use the Inferno to take it out. Oh, Galactic is gonna take out Davis. Has the Glove Trove again. Is he gonna get value with it? But no, he's gonna get taken out. And here comes the Song Inferno from Blitzy and a Kumiko. Good near. Popeyes is going to take out near. Blank falls. The portal is up, but can they get the kills? The answer is no. They're going to get taken out. It's just Crocster and Galactic and not going to get anything here. They're going to have to give up this point here. But they do still have... As Cynder is going to cap this point, and they're going to have a minute and a half to basically complete the map and go up 2-0 in the series.
No, this is the final thing. Davis needs to hit these ultimates. These ultimates are so big, and considering this is a lane-heavy portion, we should be seeing more. But he's just, right now, he's just kind of getting, seen right before it happens, and they're able to focus the golf trucks.
Yeah, we do see an adjustment here from Galactic off of the Rocket onto White Fox. Definitely a pretty good pick here, as the Amplifiers just can't get much value with this Phoenix on the board, with this Phoenix on the field. As we do see a pretty decent stun, and here goes the Strangling Prism. Gonna hit 3, but Invisible Boundary is gonna be used in response. They're not gonna get any value. Merlin almost did take it out. Gonna get helped alive by Popeyes and his backline as Merlin tries to go for another pick. Davis needs to look for this Glove Trough. Can he get value with it? Blank has the Psionic Seduction online again. Probably gonna go for Pop Quiz. Gonna get popped onto Davis here. Davis needs to stay alive here. Is this a damage streak? Reichster and Nier are traded. That's a good trade for Cynder, but an Eternal Bond now used by Puppy Love just to stabilize here. Can this be enough? Tyra is gonna go for his meter M. And Crocker needs to hit this, and it's not gonna hit. They stay alive. Davis still holding on to this Glove Trove. Here comes the Psionic Seduction now from Blake. Gonna hit all 3. The Glove Trove, once again, not gonna get anything. That's the 4th ultimate that's not gonna get anything from Davis. Reichster's gonna take out Blake. Galactic comes in with the Kumiko, but Nier is down again. They need to get a pick here. They need here to try and turn this fight around, but it's not gonna look possible. Puppy Love is so low on this Cloak and Dagger. Gonna get healed up. Galactic out of the Kumiko. They need to get somewhere. Croc's on the point. He's gonna get taken out. He's too far up. Reichster with 2. Ooh, Merlin's gonna get a pick now. Croc does not have any ultimates, and Cynder has 3. Cynder, I think, is just almost locked up to win this map. With these ultimates, and Croc doesn't have anything. They're not even close to anything here. Davis gonna go over to Phoenix. They need to get a pick here. But is it gonna be enough? Venom's gonna now come in from Crocster, trying to get something here. Strangling Prism gonna be coming out soon from Merlin on this group, but Reichster takes out Davis. That's the Phoenix one. But here's the Strangling Prism, gonna get all 3 strategists for Croc, just gonna force it back. Song Inferno not gonna get any picks. Can they stabilize? Blitzy has this Kumiko still. No, Popeyes has another Pop Quiz. Gonna get thrown out on the Galactic. He's gonna fail it. Blitzy just going aggressive here with this Kumiko, trying to take out Puppy Love. Crocster falls. It's just Blank on the point. Visible Boundary online for Nier, but can they get picks within it? They need to get something here. And Song Inferno gonna be by Davis. Can he get a kill? He does. Reichster falls. Oh, they need to still get more, but Croc is still down too. Crocster's fact. He has the Feast of the Abyss, but Nier falls. He deals Turtle Bound. Blitzy comes in with 2. Can he go for this Feast of the Abyss? He needs to use it to stay alive here. Gonna back up into the spawn. Get healed up. Not gonna opt to use it here yet. Gonna wait for the strategist ult. But Crocster comes out now. But a fate of both worlds. Another strategist ult for Cynder. They just have more and more of these. And Croc can't get any pills for these. And here comes a Kumiko unlock from Galactic. They need to come up big with it, but Croc takes out Tyree! That's the pick they needed! They're turning this around! Blake takes out Reichser, who's now back on the Doctor Strange! And this is what Croc needed! They're gonna be able to flip this! Ai Wakamoto gonna take out Blissey, and Croc somehow, some way,
Holy
flips the
crap!
fight, and they're going to take the map!
Oh,
What a turnaround by Croc!
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So, I was like, okay, they have more ultimates, they have everything they need to have, and all of a sudden, they just use them back to back to back. But with the ult rotation being, even though they didn't have any ultimates, they were able to charge up so quickly because of the tanks they would come through. No, holy crap.
Yeah, there is no way. Honestly, Cynder kind of choked there at the end. You had 3 ultimates going into that final fight. You get the picks, but Croc is just able to stabilize. You look at, and honestly, nothing against Croc. You look at the stats here, and it's just kind of crazy that Croc was able to come back and win
Oh
this
my
and win this
gosh!
map.
He's got
Look,
100k damage blocked!
oh my God, Croc's with 101k damage blocked. But my God, Croc, coming up when if in the clutch, just able to turn this fight around somehow. And it all started with Davis getting the In-Song Inferno and picking off Reichser. And that just started the snowball. They were able to just stabilize, get their ultimates online after Cynder used theirs, and just able to come back with with their own ultimates and secure the map
No,
it
that's
by a
completely insane.
hair. And honestly, what an incredible, we got a game on our series right now.
Oh yeah, for
We're
sure. I
gonna
mean,
Yep.
it's 1-1 right now. We're seeing the value of these players right here. These players are constantly going back and forth. That was probably the closest map we've seen in a minute, um, overall. And I honestly can't wait for more. We're gonna be right back, and hopefully, spell Cinder right this time because I didn't look at it. But yeah,
Cynder.
uh, yeah, Snyder. No, Snyder. I'm
He
gonna
did
put Snyder.
he did it, not me. I'm not the
It
one
was
hosting this
me.
time.
It was me.
Call him a shut in chat.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go a little break, and then we'll be right back. All right, we're back, and after that last intense match, we got a few reports going on from the other games that are going on currently. And before we get this started, we want to kind of hear some of those things, but as we
Uh
get into the net match.
yeah, so just grabbing a quick updates from both games. We have Akatsi making their debut game. They're playing against Bifrost, and they're currently up 2-0.
Ooh.
And currently Akatsuki's up 2-0 in their debut game against Bifrost. And as for we have Omega Shift 8 versus the Power Friendship. Omega Shift 8 trying to get their first win here, and currently Power Friendship is up 2-0.
Mm.
Bro, going into map, and they're currently on map 3. Omega Shift 8 was only able to cap the first point on Central Park. And for our last game, other game that's going on right now, we have Waffle House fans versus Hella Simps. And oh, I'm guessing the game is done already.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, all these games happening at the same
From the
time.
looks,
Just
okay, I
yeah.
think from the looks of it, I don't know if the match happened, but I think Waffle House fans won 3-0. Because from what I've been seeing in the server, it doesn't look like it happened.
Yeah. Well, well, it's unfortunate, but we got a lot of games going at the same time, and Cinder actually picking the Fire Eternal Knights. This is a really good map for a group combo right here, and you saw they were hitting those group combos consistently. Were they getting like actually winning team fights essentially off just one group alone, not even a combination into the ult. So we're definitely gonna see. Ooh, almost did a big no.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we're already seeing here. We're probably gonna see another double gamer ban. We see a double Dino
Oh,
ban first.
Dino ban. Wait, they're gonna wait. Does this mean Croc's gonna play Gambit?
Mm-hmm.
Bit. They're gonna save it as this bit. That's
But
gonna be maybe big for
here's the
Croc.
thing:
The
is
thing is, I
Croc?
don't know. The thing is, does Croc have a Gambit player? I don't know.
Well, we're about to see. Honestly, I mean, we see everybody on Jeff. I mean, here's the thing:
Yep.
not in the
Starlord
game.
ban.
Starlight ban just makes sense. They are respecting the Dino. It just makes sense too. I mean,
Yeah,
his Dino has been getting a lot of sustain. Yes, he did switch off of it multiple times, but though he was like kind of the reason why they were able to get kind of a lot of stuff through. They would just keep on pushing and pushing.
yeah, yeah, definitely. We are gonna see the same bands here pretty much throughout the first time. The only difference is
Oh,
Dino
whoa.
band for Cinder. We're probably gonna see Ultron. We're probably gonna see Ultron band here. Here
Interesting.
again. Yep, it's gonna be Loki.
Early
It's gonna be
Loki band.
Loki that honestly kind of makes sense here. If Puppy Love and Nier can both play Loki and Gambit, you're just gonna be able to run that battery, that backline known
Mhm.
as battery with Loki and Gambit. You're just able to just get Rage and Royal Flush almost every single fight. And if you want to make the backline even more dangerous, you can throw Mantis in there. Get the team up with
Mm.
Loki and just help get those ultimates a bit quicker. Captain America save for Cinder. So we're gonna potentially see CUL Popeyes on who I'm guessing is his signature hero on Captain America. Very probably the best Captain America in the tournament right now.
Oh,
Besides, oh wait, they let him
we
save
no,
Rogue.
no, they have to be able to
Crocs.
play Gambit here. There's no way you would just, that would just make sense to save Rogue, honestly.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
Oh,
see either Blanks or Crocster run this, but getting Emma, I mean, they weren't really playing Emma though.
yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see who is the Gambit player for this team. But currently they're not eyeing it. Is it?
Oh, wait, what? Okay,
It's Galactic.
Galactic.
Galactic's
What?
gonna be the Gambit. Galactic is gonna be the Gambit player here.
I'm surprised Puppy Love ain't it.
So one of their classes primarily playing Duelist is going to be going to strategist to play Gambit here, and Crocs are gonna be on Rogue. They're actually gonna run the full explosive entanglement team up here, which for those who don't know, Gambit's able to give team ups to Rogue and Magneto, basically pretty much upgrading their primary fires for a short time. And basically, Magneto does more damage and has more range, and Rogue does more damage and also heals herself and allies nearby
Mhm.
with her punches. Basically, the team up turns Rogue from a C tier level tank, a below average tank, to one of the best vanguards in the game.
Yeah.
And you kind of see like, and what you kind of see like, when if a team is able to save Gambit, you basically are forced to. It's one of the things I will say with people banning Gambit here, because keep on, if you let Gambit through, you're kind of forced to use your bans on Star Lord and or Rogue, and maybe both. These are two characters that get a lot of value with Gambit on the field. Star Lord just able to combo the Rage and Royal Flush, and Rogue, of course, with the team up, turning her into one of the best vanguards in the game. We see Popeyes on this Captain America and Penny Parker Vanguard line, but there's no dive duelist with Popeyes to try and help him get a pick onto this back line. And here we go. He's already harassing Puppy. Puppy Love's actually on Gambit. Never mind. And trying to harass the back line here, but there's a pick already. Skulldigger's going to take out Blank. The Magneto is down immediately. Crocster gonna try and go in on this Penny, but gonna get swept and then frozen immediately. Gonna get blinded as well. Tyrant on the cloak and dagger. Just there has to get out here, and I think Crocster's gonna have a hard time trying to get in on this Rogue. You gotta get through the Penny. You gotta get through the Penny mines and nest, and you gotta get through the stuns and the blind in from the back line. As we go, Croc tries to go in, gonna get webbed. Gonna go back in here. I think he's still has to team up if he needs to use it here. Gonna try and just force them back, and that's what they've done. They forced Cynder into a corner. They've already given up a tick, but Nier gets so low, he's able to stay alive, but Popeyes is able to take out Puppy Love. The Gambit is down. Oh, but Davis does have an Insong Inferno. They trade for Merlin. This can be winnable here for Croc. Ixter, but Crocster himself falls to Reichster as Popeyes is trying to take out Davis on this angle here. Gonna try and almost get a pick, but Davis is able to get out with his life, as both sides are going to be close to ultimates or have them. Croc has 3 online, but they need to build up to this Rage and Royal Flush for